Got it. Thank you all so much for being here. Hello, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Dan, they're excellent at that. We want to welcome everyone to come this way and move the crowd in this direction. I'm Aisha Francis, President and CEO of Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology. So happy to welcome you. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank our Governor Baker. Thank you so much. Secretary Mike Kennealy and Dan Rivera, thank you for making today possible. We are also wanting to acknowledge Midori Mirakawa from the Mayor's Office in particular, who's representing that office today. She's the Deputy Chief of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion. If there are other elected officials in the audience, I want to also recognize you. There's trustees of the college who have been with us on this decade-long journey to get to today. Also, our faculty, staff, and students who are with us as well. This building is centered on our students, and this is the start of a new future for Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute. Woo! There are many people who had a hand in making today possible. I want to start with some thanks to funders. First of all, the Hamilton Foundation, which gave the first $1 million gift more than a year ago to get this started. Also, the Cummings Foundation, Bill and Joyce Cummings, made a $12.5 million investment in the college recently. And there are other partners, two in particular, that I'd like to call out. One, the Black Economic Council of Massachusetts, represented today by Nicole Obie, their president and CEO. And also the Nubian Ascends project, which is developing right across the street here, represented by Richard Taylor. Yeah. It's a great honor to have all of you here. I also want to make a special request that we take time to acknowledge the tradespeople who are going to make this project possible. As a two-year technical and trade college, we also know that this is one of the premier ways to achieve economic mobility and economic opportunity is to go into the very fields that are making this remediation and demolition happen. Their expertise will transform this site from what we see now into one that is going to house the future of the college, which is rendered here. And when I think of that, I am thinking also of the long history of this college, established from a bequest from Benjamin Franklin made in 1790. And that history is still with us today. As a matter of fact, quite literally, there is a Ken Burns documentary airing on GBH. Part 2 is tonight. I encourage all of you to check it out, really to bring to the present the legacy and the forethought that Benjamin Franklin had in leaving half of his estate to the city of Boston for the purpose of making sure that people had access to trade, education, and apprenticeship. And we're still doing that work today. So today is the first step in a new future for us. We are going to build a 68,000 square foot home for the future of technical and trade education right here on this spot. It might not look like it now, which is why it's great to get your before pictures because the after is going to be beautiful. We're looking forward to housing 20 cutting-edge labs here, as well as some general education labs to house our electrical engineering programs, computer technology, machining, advanced manufacturing, and in our trades programs, we offer construction management, practical electricity, HVAC and R, and there's more to come. We'll have room to grow. We're looking to increase our enrollment by 50%, and we're looking to make sure that we have the capacity to train for what the future jobs are, as well as the jobs of today. So I now have the pleasure and honor of introducing one of our past commencement speakers. In fact, Governor, I believe we were the first commencement address you gave after being elected at Benjamin Franklin. And you're a great friend and champion of the college, and I thank you so much for being here, and I invite you to join me at the podium.
So Dr. Francis is correct. Ben Franklin was the first school I spoke at after the winter of 2015. I think we managed to clear the final street about a week before commencement. And I went there because I had visited the school previously before I was governor and had been just amazed at the quality of the work that was being done and the breadth and depth of the geography of the students who were attending the school. People assume that Ben Franklin, because it's located in downtown Boston, gets most of its kids from downtown Boston, and you may, okay? But the day I was there, I talked to kids from New Bedford, I talked to kids from Brockton, I talked to kids from Fall River, and they were all there in a whole variety of, some of them were learning how to be electricians, some of them were in a computer science program, some of them were in the automotive tech program in the basement, some of them were there learning the hard trades, carpentry, and I came away from that first visit thinking I can't wait to come back to this place. So when I came back the next time, I ended up spending time with kids who were taking courses in health informatics, which obviously, as the whole healthcare world went from being paper-based to digital, became a huge work and an employment opportunity for young people who were interested in getting into the healthcare space in a way that historically had never been available. And I have always thought that Ben Franklin was located in a place that, unless you knew it was there, you'd drive right by it, right? Sat there on this little corner, kind of just like Ben Franklin, sort of an inauspicious, amazing building. Really, I mean, Ben Franklin to look at, what would you think? But the bottom line is the guy was a genius. And Ben Franklin sat there in this quiet little corner of this quiet little street, and inside that building, amazing things were happening for kids who were gathering skills and capabilities that they would be able to use literally for the rest of their lives. And so when I made a decision about where I wanted to go and who I wanted to talk to in that first spring, it was an easy decision for me to come to visit Ben Franklin and to have a chance once again to spend some time with the kids and spend some time in the gym and read some of those amazing words on the wall in the lobby. And I just want to say that I think once again, when Ben Franklin moves to this site, this will be an iconic location. It's a perfect location in many respects for who this school serves and what they are trying to accomplish with education and programming. And I'm sure there'll be other ways for the state to participate in making this happen. But this is also a great example of why the Brownfields program is so important. Since the program was started, which was a long time ago, I actually think it was long enough ago that I think I was in state government then, in a previous carnation. The program's done over 100 grants of one kind or another worth literally more than 750 maybe, plus or minus, 750 grants worth north of $100 million. But generally speaking, it's in many cases one of the hardest parts to get done to begin the process of reinvention of many urban sites. And this is a good example of that. The Brownfields grant here will be a big part of what makes it possible for the math to work on a lot of the other things that the folks at Ben Franklin are looking to do on this site. And I know from Mass Development's point of view, and I know I speak for Dan, who will talk later, that Brownfields program is a big part of how they do a lot of their work in cities. And it's no secret that if you can use a program like that to take care of some of the sort of knotty front-end expenses and work that needs to be done to prep a site, the opportunity for the math on the rest of the site to work is far better, and it has been a program that in many cases has made it possible to reimagine, recreate, and reinvent many urban streetscapes and neighborhoods over the course of the past 20 years. And I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's finished, but I'm going to say the same thing I said about that building that they currently operate out of. I'm sure this will be a beautiful building, but it's what's going on inside this building that will be way more beautiful than the beauty and the glory of this particular building itself when it's finished. So congratulations to the team, to the board, to the president, and especially to the faculty and the students. And I really do look forward to coming back and having a chance to admire the outside, but be blown away by the inside. And with that, I will turn it over to Mike Kennealy.
Well, thank you, Governor. Great to be with all of you here today. Congratulations to Aisha. We're so pleased to support your vision for this incredible school. I also want to recognize my colleague, Undersecretary Ashley Stolbe, here today. You know, as we think about where we are now in this sort of post-pandemic economy, there's a number of things we need to do if we want to make sure our state is competitive and make sure our state is equitable. One is to invest in our communities. And you think about the investment, what this means here to bring this site back to life. And the students and faculty and visitors that will come through here, it'll have a big impact on the community. And it's a nice compliment to where I was in February with Richard for Nubian Square Ascends, our MassWorks grant there. Right? Great to be here, Richard. Two great developments here in Boston that we're pleased to support. One of the reasons I was so excited about Nubian Square Ascends was the Life Sciences Training Center, which will be done with Ben Franklin and Ginkgo Bioworks and others. And it's a terrific program. And that gets on to one of the other things we have to get done here is build the workforce of today and tomorrow to make sure our companies in technology and life sciences and the trades have the talent they need, make sure all of our citizens, young people and adults, have promising career pathways, and make sure that talent is diverse. And that is a big part of Ben Franklin's mission, obviously, educating a diverse pool of talent for technology and the trades here in Massachusetts. So it's a great day. It's a great day for the city, great day for the state, great day for Ben Franklin. We're so pleased to support this project. With that, I want to bring up my partner in community development, Dan Rivera, who's the CEO of Mass Development. And Dan has been on the job for a year plus now. And this is one of a few examples of Dan being, I'd say, fast and creative and committing Mass Development's resources in a responsive way to make projects happen. Dan has been great at being in the community, seeing what needs to get done, and getting to yes. There's a wonderful example of that. So with that, Dan Rivera.
It's interesting because we were talking about this. Thank you so much, Secretary and Governor. I believe that Dr. Francis and her supporters went to the governor in December. We passed this on the board in February, and we're knocking the building down in April. And I think that that's the type of speed. The important part of that is that they went to the governor. Because leadership matters. Because leadership matters. And I would be remiss in not saying hi to former president of Mass Development, Marty Jones, with us. Marty did a lot of this stuff. She taught me what Mass Development do in Lawrence. So it's always a great day when we can be together with the governor and the secretary, who's the chair of my board. And I'll kind of keep things brief because I think people have said all the great things that are going on here already. But I just want you to know that we're the state's development finance agency and land bank, and we're proud to oversee the Brownfields Redevelopment Fund. The governor spoke about what it does and how it has impacted people. But here in this neighborhood, Brownfields has supported development of the tropical food supermarket, 300 plus units of housing and commercial space at Bartlett Station, and more. So we're using this. Yeah, you get applause. That's okay. So we're using this, like the governor said, in places that need it most. And today it's bringing to life a new campus that will benefit countless students looking to grow their careers and explore their potential. What a prominent location to show a beacon for education and how it matters in our lives. The demolition of this blighted property and the building of the Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute campus marks an important step in the rebirth of Dudley Square into Nubian Square. opening new doors for local students, bringing new foot traffic, and bringing new energy to this community we love. Yet the impact of this project will have on young people growing up is even greater. Because imagine being a kid walking by these buildings and thinking, if no one invests in those buildings, and if that's been empty so long, what is it for my life? And who will invest in me? So it does matter that leadership in Dr. Francis, in the work that they're doing, in the governor and Secretary Kennealy, in making this happen, it's going to change the lives of kids in this community and in the Commonwealth. The last thing I will say is thank you for letting us be a part of it, to make this part of your vision a reality. And I would be remiss if I don't say hi to the staff that have made this happen. When they got the call in January to get it going, so for the board in February, they just hopped to it. Shaw Kennealy, who runs our community development group. Mariana McCormick, who's here from the community investment group. Where's Mariana? Right over there. And Kelsey Schiller, who's to make sure that we all got here on time. Kelsey, thank you so much. We're going to try to swing some hammers without hurting each other, so thank you so much.
So I'm here to close, but I just want to take a moment to, again, celebrate the fact that this is an example of investment of state dollars, tax dollars, and this project is going to take a confluence of state, city, foundation, and corporate support. And to that point, I also want to thank John Donahue, the President and CEO of Arbella, who's also made an investment in the college. Thank you so much, John. So again, thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, Secretary Kennealy and Dan Rivera. To all of you, this community of people and community of support. There will be other opportunities for you to come back and support us. We look forward to seeing you here again. And while we have two communities right now, by fall of 2024, we'll be solidly here. So thank you so much.
What was that? Oh, no. I am not the right person for that. Okay, I don't have anything.
Yeah, all right, well, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the most important part. I'm not going to be swimming. I thought it pretty much went the way I expected. Right, no. For what we